Yamamoto. So Bleach 511, and it starts off with a colour page, of Farewell Genryusai. Shit, it's actually happening. So it starts off with a picture of a traditional sort of Japanese fire god. And you see this little guy, and he's actually Shunsui, and he's like mega young. And Yamamoto, back with his black moustache, he's like, Shunsui, I can't believe you entered my room again. And Shunsui got some little Hawaiian shirt on. And basically, it's a fire god, and apparently it was a monster that appeared in Soul Society. And it won't ever appear again, so you presume... Well, I mean, Shunsui says, what if one day it ever appears again and you get a solemn-looking picture of Yamamoto, and then he splits in half, literally from there to where he got cut at the end of the last chapter. He splits in half, and Yamamoto says, I probably won't come back here again. So that leads me to believe that fire god is Ryujin Jaka, and it was rampant across Soul Society until Yamamoto managed to contain it and force it into submission. And so if he dies, and that means it will return. So that means he's never coming back. That's what I think anyway. So the top half of his torso falls to the floor. As I expected, we get reaction shots from Shunsui and Kyoraku's and Ukitake's eyes, but you only get a Shunsui reaction. And he's like, Yamaji! And then Colonel Sanders gets in 4 shots on him. And then we go back to Yamamoto, and the chapter title is Die Standing, a reference to Yamamoto's volume poem, You can live bowing on your knees, but die standing on your feet. So Juha Bach's looking down at Yama with disgust. He's like, you might be the head of the Shinigami, but now you're pathetic. And Yamamoto is literally just half a body now, pretty much. And Juha Bach says, let's go, Hashwald. So the blonde Demeter's name is officially Hashwald. So as Bach's trying to leave, Yamamoto grabs him, and he gets his arm cut off. Bach is brutal, literally. And he says, are you trying to stop me now you're dead? How foolish. And he puts his boot on Yama's head. And he says that you don't even realise why I didn't list you among the 5 war essentials. And then he says it's because you didn't heal your left arm. Bach says that if he had got Orihime to do it, he would have healed it. And he says that he didn't want to use a human being. And even during the fight against Aizen, he didn't want to involve Ichigo. And now Yamamoto's lost, and he's become weak, and he used to be different. And so according to Bach, these are the changes that have occurred in Yamamoto over time. And it's made him a weaker person overall. So we get a really cool glimpse, actually, of the old Gotei 13 lineup back when Yamamoto was really young. Just stay shadowed, but it looks really cool. And apparently at the beginning, the 13 divisions were just called divisions, and they were actually groups of bloodthirsty killers, and that's exactly why they were so dreadful. And everyone's menacing, they're all demon-like, and they used anything to get their victory, be it humans, anything. After exterminating the Quincy's, however, that changed, and they got their peaceful world that they wanted. And according in Bach's own words, they're now just a flock of weaklings that hesitate due to their honour and stupidity. But this is an interesting bit. Bach says, you've been unaware of it until your death, so I'll tell you. Soul Society will die soon, but the 13 divisions died 1,000 years ago, together with us. What? So, what happened? Did Bach's annihilation even back then cause this chain of events? Or is Bach maybe insinuating he's something to do with the Gotei 13, the divisions as they were? But regardless, he destroys Yamamoto, blows him up in an array of light, and we get a reaction shot from Toshiro, Hirako, Komamura, and Unohana. And Bach says everything's complete. Tell the Sternritter to completely violate the Soul Society. So then the Sternritter all place their hands on the floor, and this black shadow shoots up, and the Colonel Sanders Sternritter says, "Advance, Soldat," and all these foot soldiers come jumping out of the shadow. And they look really cool as well. They do look really cool. But the Shinigami are like, they must be the ordinary soldiers. Don't step back, fight them. And people, they get just getting impaled left and right by these new soldiers. And they have like gas masks on and goggles. They look like friggin' World War II soldiers or whatever. But it's awesome. They look really cool, and they're just attacking Soul Society. And this one guy is on the floor, and he's like, "Someone help!" And he gets his neck broken by none other than Busby, the dude with the mohawk. He's alive. He's terribly, terribly burnt, but he's alive. This makes me think that As not is alive. He has to be. But we don't actually get to find out. So the place just crumbles. It's literally falling to the ground, and Bach says it's the end. Now that they've annihilated the 13 divisions, the 0 division will probably show up. So Bach says, "Let's retreat and wait for them to assemble." Suddenly, in the air, a light appears. It, to me, looks like something gets shot and hits the sky. But Bach turns around, he's like, "What's that?" And that's where it ends. So 511 was amazing. Yama's dead. The 3 roasted Sternritters are probably alive. And something has just showed up to save the day, maybe? Let's think about this. Royal Guard. Ichigo, maybe? Like I said, I think it looks like something shoots and hits the sky. But it's really hard to tell, to be honest. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Who's arriving at the end? What's happening at the end? It might not be a person. What did you think of Yama's final moments? Did you like his bankai? Are you glad to see the 3 roasted Sternritter alive? Let me know below. As always, people, have an awesome day. I'll catch you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next week. See you then.